Welcome. My name is Kwabena. Welcome. I want to share with you today how to transform your life as an African youth. How to transform your life as an African youth. The other day I was thinking about it, how the videos that I share, the books that I write, the audios, the radio programs, the seminars that we do them for the love for our people and for the love of our continent. There is one thing that you can watch people who have built businesses and get inspired, and there is another thing that they can even support you financially, and there is another thing where you can help people to think rightly and to restructure their thoughts and their mindsets and to develop themselves and build their own lives. And I think that that is what I seek to do on this channel, where we talk about finance, we talk about business, we talk about African dignity, we talk about how the world operates, and how you as an African must position yourself rightly. We talk about technology, system, structures, things that will help us to do something on our own. If you don't come from not so well-to-do family, the only tool you have is to try to build yourself. And one of the things that you need will be good or quality knowledge, being able to have the right knowledge to process and to make choices and decisions on. There's no other knowledge than the knowledge that will make you confident and proud of yourself and believe that you have enough to start from where you are. And that's what I do on this channel. So today I want to talk to you about if an African youth, because a lot of the times when you talk about, you talk to people, we do interviews in our work, in our businesses, in our workplaces, and sometimes the kind of mindset that we get to have, we have to correct a lot of them. So if you're an African youth, I would say that you have to develop yourself to be to have your thought processes well set. It's very much important. If I were your age, let's say 18, 15, 20, if you have completed university, the fact is that when you complete the university, all the courses that they have given you, you're not going to live daily decisions and choices as to how to organize your life. If you did engineering, if you did chemistry, physics, maths, history, sociology, those things that they teach us in school. As a matter of fact, if you look at how the world is moving, by the time you complete that school, that course, you will not be able to live with the content of that course. Those who do architecture and all those, you have to come out with the tools that the school has given you, which is the ability to read and understand and to get the right knowledge. Not so much the content that the school gave you, because the content that they gave you, I can tell you that much of those things are not applicable as we have it in our world today. Especially if you're an African. Much of the content that they gave you is the content that praises the Europeans and the things that they have achieved. Almost everything, every theory is European. Almost every achievement is European. The African heroism, the African great achievement is hidden in the kind of school that they give us. At least the one that I went to. In the sciences, we didn't see much great achievers of African descent, and this is what the world has done to Africa for the last 500 years or so, where they try to hide everything, every achievement. And so if you're an African, you must write that sense of history. You must go and study yourself. If there is nothing at all, do this one thing. Because the reason most of you are not so much confident in our various countries in Africa, in our continent, and where you are more prone to accuse the African leadership and talk about corruption and talk about all the opportunities that you don't see here, is because of the programming, their self-image, the self-identity that you have that has been damaged by the tape that has run all these years on TV, in our schools, in the organizations around the world. So not much that you understand about yourself as an African, especially when you bring the white man, his history, his religion, and the propaganda that they have pushed in the world. So you should be able to deal with the right sense in terms of your understanding of history and where you position Africa, so that you become very positive and confident about our continent. Because up to the point where you are positive, you will not see all the opportunities that are here. Because in fact, you only see opportunities when you have developed yourself, because you are the opportunity. You as a person are the opportunity. The opportunity is not somewhere. It's the eyes that you have developed. And so if you're not positive, if you're not optimistic, if you're not hopeful in Africa, in Ghana, in Nigeria, if you're not self-confident as an African, if you don't believe that you can do something, that somebody else is well endowed and well placed an advantage, then you will always want to look at that person. And that is what the white history, the Westerners and the Europeans have tried to do on Africa. And so they don't know how much that damage that they have done to the mindset and the psyche of most Africans. So if you're an African youth, you must understand that one. And the other thing you have to deal with is that our understanding of our understanding of God, where people have so much opportunity, but they go to church and they pray to God that God should give them opportunities, God should give them money, God should give them somebody to something they call destiny helper. There have been a lot of wrong teachings from people who didn't know much. And some of them have become giants with huge gatherings. But the truth that they teach is not there. They teach wrong and weak theories and principles. And those things have produced a generation of African youth who have no confidence in themselves and who are waiting for God to change everything in their lives. So they cannot fight. And that is a wrong teaching. So that's another thing that you have to look at. The religion and its wrong teachings, especially those of us who go to church. So our understanding of God must be challenged, because if you really want to understand it, because until you have proper understanding in these things, you will never be confident in yourself. You will never be hopeful in yourself. You think that somebody somewhere will come one day and change your life for you. And that's why you take passport and go to some embassy somewhere thinking that you go and pray and put some anointing oil on it and thinking that they should give you visa. And for you, your way out to make any living is to get a visa. Those are all because you've been programmed wrongly, and it's because the content is wrong. And if the content is wrong, then the only way that we can challenge or we can do something about it is by giving the right content. And for me, the right content is the one that gives you faith in yourself as well, that makes you confident, and that makes you believe that you are equipped enough to take the opportunities that are around you and to create your own opportunities. So if there is any other thing that is telling you that you don't have any option here and you must move somewhere, go somewhere, wait for God to help you, wait for your government to help you, then it means that you've been groomed wrongly, and therefore you need the right kind of information. And so the other thing is that you must know that you have to deal with superstition. Let the superstition, so something small happens and you're looking for your grandmother in the village or your grandfather in the village or there is some curse in your family. Those things are all wrong teachings. Those things are all wrong teaching. So deal with that. Deal with the school, deal with the religion, deal with the image that the white man has painted to us as a weak people, and he has painted himself as a strong person. Deal with those. The moment you're able to deal with those, then the next phase will be that you'll be able to build from where you are without frustration. Because there's one thing, having money and being at peace and being purposeful and feeling like you are living a life that we're born to live. And there is another thing, that you can even have money and still be very frustrated, weak, fearful, and not proud of yourself as an African. There is one thing. Those are different things. So you can see Africans who have money, but when they meet other people, they shiver, they try to diminish because they think that the other person is intelligent, especially if their skin color is different. Why? Because of the weak information that they have on themselves. So stop waiting for anybody to help you, the white man or God or the government. Stop waiting for that. Change your mind. Believe that you have what it takes to build your life. And if there is anything, it's here. The other thing is that focus on developing a skill that can get you a product, that can get you results. Get the right knowledge, use the knowledge to build a skill, and that skill will get you somewhere. What is it that you can do? What is it that you can produce that there is a need for in our economy? What is it that you can do? There are so many of us who don't understand our structure because we read a lot about everybody except us. So you go somewhere for an MBA, you work somewhere multinational, bring the content to our level. What is it that you think we need? What skill can you learn? Is it graphic design? Is it programming that you can do? What is it? Can you build a business? Can you be a fabricator? Can you learn, anything that you think? Because the economy, we have a lot to do. Our economy, we have a lot to do. So where is the need? Look at the plumber, look at the electrician, look at those who are building their own farms, look at those who are building their own e-commerce sites. So a lot of people, a lot of our ladies especially, even using Instagram to sell product. What skill can you develop? Because until you have a skill that people are ready to pay you for, there's not much you can do. And don't wait hoping that you one day you become a politician so that you get money. That's a wrong mindset. So study some science, study some technology, study mathematics, physics, chemistry, study something. Go and study how a business is put together. Learn so much about finances. Learn about money, cash flow. Learn about how you can price a product. Learn about how you can build a business. What if you have wrong understanding on money? There are so many things that you have wrong understanding in, because the world as we know it changes a lot when your money is right, when you have the right understanding of money. That's why when you have certificate and you have completed school, don't wait, sit at home hoping that somebody will give you a job. If your financial knowledge, if your financial education, if what you understand about money is right, you'll be able to pick any idea and take it to the market and build business around it. Unfortunately, if you come from a background where you were not taught about money, and when you went to school you were not taught, obviously you were not taught. You look at your teachers, you know that you were not taught. We look at your professors, we know that you were not taught about money. So go and study it, learn it, challenge your thought. Because the physics, the psychology, the things that you learned, they cannot put money in your pocket. How do you build an industry? How can you build an industry? You have to go and learn those. And then the other thing is that build your own values, build your own truth. Make sure you're a person that people can trust. Don't scheme. Don't think that you have to gain at somebody's cost. Don't think that somebody has to lose to get. Be a person that when you say yes, it's yes. No.